Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Wowstick 1P Plus electric screwdriver. So this screwdriver is designed for doing the small day-to-day little jobs that you would want to do, mainly around hobby building and things like that. So my channel is predominantly about building quadcopters, etc. So if you find this from somewhere else, I'm focusing on that, but I will use it for some other activities. So today we're going to do an unboxing. I'm going to give it a try and I'll give you guys my review. So first of all, let's see what we get in the packaging. Now, the version I went for was their slightly cheaper version. It comes with not as many attachments. There's about 3 or 4 versions. Some of them come with really nice stands. But this one is the cheap version, because I wanted to see what it was like. Now, in the marketplace for this, there is a few other alternatives. There's a really nice one that's about £100, and that I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that has a sort of, it's quite a lot of torque. I've seen someone use it, but this is a nice entry level, so we'll see what we get. So we get some instructions, which I'm obviously not going to read, a little accessory container. So in here we have a little pouch to keep it in. We then have all of the tools. So the tools come in quite a nice, let's have a look at those, see if we can get focus on that. Come on, camera. No, not today. So the tools come in these little tubes. So there's 3 tubes with different types of tools in them. There we go. So in here we have your standard sort of Phillips head and sort of normal head screwdrivers. We've got some, this one is all the star head ones for probably undoing mobile phones and various bits and pieces here. And these are the ones I'm most interested in, which are the sort of hex nut heads that I would use for my quadcopters. Okay, so what else we got? I have to say the packaging is quite nice on this. I'm quite impressed with how everything's put together. It seems nicely put together. And you have here the Wowstick. Come on, camera. Come on, you can do it. So this is the Wowstick screwdriver. So you simply hold it like this and you can press the button and it will undo and redo screws. It is powered by 2 AA batteries. I will admit I had put some in there, so I didn't have to mess around in this shot. So this, simply you put your tool in the end. So I'm just going to pick out this one here, which is a 2.5mm hex bolt head, and I put that in there, and that fits in. Now this doesn't. These, I think, are not a standard size. I think this neck here is only for their tools, and I think you can buy other tools that will fit in here. I immediately can see that I don't have a 2mm one, which is a bit of a shame for me, but I'm going to test this out on a few items. Right, so I've just been testing this out on a few different things around the house. And I thought I'd go through a range of different items. So what I've done is I tested this on a few things around my bench. So I'm going to show you what I've done with a quadcopter motor. I also tried using it on some screws on a few items. So things like this guitar pedal. And I've tried it on a guitar that I've got in my office and a few other items floating around the house. Now, my summary of this is, for things like, if you're wanting to use this for working on a computer and being able to build up a computer quickly and do all the screws on that, this is probably going to be pretty good for that. For working on things like guitars, it wasn't too bad actually. It was quite good for that. The thing I found is you had to give it a little, so you'd apply the torque, and then you would then just give it a little twist just to sort of break it off, so you could get the screw going on, and then it would work just fine. What I found that you obviously can't use it for removing screws to the wall. I did try. It hasn't got anywhere near enough torque to make that work, but it's not too bad. Now, what I'm going to show you here is when I used it for one of my quadcopters, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a frame. I'm just going to take the screw here. I'm just going to present that up to the back of the motor. I'm just going to swap the end over. Nice straightforward operation, like so. Now, what I really like about this is the design. The design is really good because it's right in where your fingers would be, so it's nice and easy to work. So I can line it up, he says, put that on there. Then I can just get the screw, and I can then just screw that down. As you can see, that'll screw that in. Now, that's too tight than I thought it was. I can undo it. So that, sorry, this is completely the wrong way around, but that will tighten it up to a sort of first pass build level, I would say. So I wouldn't want to go flying with this. I wouldn't say that's done up anywhere near tight enough for I'd want to torque that down, so I'd want to get a 2.5 millimeter. There we go. One of these, and then I'd want to give that a good, like another good quarter turn hard to make that lock down. Now if I then try and undo that, this hasn't got the torque. This simply hasn't got the torque. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to press the button, I'm going to try and turn it. No, it's not going to work. So for that final build stage, if I just crack that off a little bit, it's not going to be quite good enough. So that's my review of the Wowstick 1P Plus. All in all, I mean, for 15 bucks, it's not a bad place to be. It's got a purpose. It's definitely very good for computers and things like that. It's probably not my go-to tool. It's certainly not going to replace all of my various tools that I use on a day-to-day basis to build mini quads. But if I was building a computer, it would be ideal. If I was doing other hobbies where I need to do screwing little things in, it's quite good. I literally just used it to change the battery on Darth Vader. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. Look, they're straight in and good for that. If you're a dad at Christmas, again, probably not a bad little tool for doing all those kids' presents. But for what I need, probably not the best thing, but not a bad product. So that's my review of the Wowstick P1. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll see you next time.